Catherine.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, Carol. How are you?
Very good. It's been a busy week.
It has been very busy.
We're already June 5th, so.
We are, and the bugs are out. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, they're so bad. No. Standing for the bus this morning, Malcolm's waving his hat, trying to kill them, and everyone's walking around like normally the kids all huddle together and talk. Nope, not this morning. Everyone was spread out, walking, trying to keep the bugs away. Oh.
Just waiting for the bus. There's that many bugs.
Oh, they're terrible. They're terrible.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So for this week, for the open book of June 5th, 2025, we have a lot of news.
There is a lot of news. I'm happy to see that.
Yeah,
it's a lot going
of
on.
News. Yeah, exactly. So TVCTK Memories was a big hit.
It was. We had so much participation. Thank you to everyone who put their comments in. We had, what was it?
96 comments.
Yes. So we're obviously not going to read all 96.
And 80 something likes.
Wow.
Something like that.
Thank you so much.
It was awesome.
Yeah, everyone's participation is great.
Very awesome.
So we've kind of picked some highlights here.
Yeah. Yeah, we did, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and go ahead.
I'll start.
Yeah.
Pierre Racine said this was the Texaco station, except it used to be called the Fire Chief Gas.
Oh.
That's cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Go ahead.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leonard Robinson said, sure brings back memories of Texaco and the apartment building beside it many moons ago.
I have also Leonard Robinson, who's telling Mark Vaillancourt there was Texaco, then the building was where Temrose parking lot is. Then bowling, where National Bank and liquor store is, then the theater where the drugstore is.
Wow.
So yeah, Leonard.
That's
has a
cool.
lot. Has a
it's
lot
nice to know all that history. Gerald Young said the Lincoln White was the owner of that garage. Jackie During says, my dad tells me that the other building was a store and the other side far right was Bernard, who rented rooms.
Well, I have Emile Grenier. I remember that I worked there with Richard Turner. And then Marc Vaillancourt, he's asking the question, where is this gas station that we just answered?
We answered that.
We answered that. And Marc Vaillancourt is also asking, where's Temrose? Where Temrose is. And it's in our other paper.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, they're letting us know how important that building.
So Mary Rowland says, I remembered Simpsons and buying candy there. And Tina Ramos said, where my dad started out as a mechanic.
Wow. Jim Bélanger, I remember pushing my hockey bag underneath and through the opening in the ice-covered pipeline in the winter.
Wow. Gary Pickering said, just to the right of the green apartment building, there was a trail shortcut where you could go from above the pipes to below the pipes. And just across the street was Plaza Grill Restaurant. Lise LaFive Campbell says, White's, Lynn's, and Tom's SO had an agreement. Each opened every third Sunday. That's cool. Marianne Bellamar said, the greenhouse was where my grandparents, Charles and Ann Simpson, lived. The other half of the house was where Bernard's lived.
I'm done.
You're done?
Very interesting. Thank you, everyone, for all your comments and information.
Yeah, very cool.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, the participation was awesome this week, everyone. Keep that up. That was great. So we have a notice from the Place au Soleil. It's time again for their mega inventory sale with clothing and books. You can fill a box for, we don't know.
Yeah.
You'll have to go in and find out. So the sale started June 2nd.
Yep. Team Panache. It's with great regret that Team Panache announced that after nearly 20 years, Team Panache will no longer be organizing the Moose Party. Several constraints have led us to make this difficult decision, as we are very aware that the Moose Party is a major cultural event in Timiskaming. If another group of organization would like to organize it, Team Panache is ready to share their organization, their organizational their organizational experience with them for the first year.
Yeah.
So they're willing to give the newbies
Yeah,
a help.
which is great.
If no one comes forward to organize it, then Team Panache will simply organize a Panache contest without a party, but with a prize ceremony at a location to be announced later. Team Panache would like to thank all the participants, volunteers, and especially our generous sponsors. Without all of us, the success of such an event would be unimaginable.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work involved
There
in the
is
Moose Party.
so much work. I was helping with another organization many like before kids, and we would do a party once a year as well. And the work in the background, a lot of people who just come to the event, like you know, you see the event and it's great and it's fun, but you cannot imagine the number of hours and the number of people you need to pull off an event, especially an event the size of the Moose Party. So
Yeah.
hopefully someone here in town will pick up the torch and continue the tradition. From the town of Timiskaming, we have some information about the Golf Club restaurant. So every day it'll be open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. They have a telephone number of 819-627-9758, and it's located at 500 Chemin du Cimetière. So they want to let everyone know that the Golf Club restaurant is now open and everyone is welcome for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or after a day outdoors. Their restaurant awaits us with simple, tasty dishes served with a smile. At the moment, they are going to have a reduced menu because the air fryer is being, or not the air fryer, but the fryer is being repaired, but there is no shortage of good choices. The full menu will be available as soon as possible. And if you'd like to see the menu, it is on the Town of Timiskaming website. Do you golf?
No, ma'am.
I golf for other people's entertainment. Meaning, if I hit the ball when I swing, it's fantastic. And if I don't, I tend to not twirl per se, but I definitely shift my entire body if I miss the ball. So it's very entertaining for other people, and I don't do it very often.
What does that represent if you shift the body?
I don't honestly know. I think it's just the fact that, I have so much force to try and get the ball to go, and when I don't connect with the ball, nothing stops the club. Therefore,
you get goal.
Yeah, it's not a sport that I partake in very often.
No, not for me. The Town of Timiskaming. Happy retirement, Olivier, and welcome, Cecilia. After 30 years of service, our municipal inspector, Olivier Joubert, is taking a well-deserved retirement. Since June 1995, Olivier has left his mark on our town with his professionalism, his availability, and his legendary good humor. We thank him for his commitment, his consistency, and his kindness. He left his mark on the streets, the buildings, but especially in the hearts of those who had the chance to work with him. The entire town team wishes him a retirement filled with time for himself, simple pleasures, and great discoveries.
Aw, that's a really nice tribute.
We're also pleased to announce that Miss Cecilia N. Dree is joined their team as the Director of Urban Planning and Municipal Inspector. She is now the contact person for any questions or requests related to urban planning. She can be reached by phone at 819-627-3273. The extension is 106, and by email at dir.urb@timiskaming.net. we met and interviewed Cecilia.
Oh, perfect.
And the show will air next week.
Wonderful.
Yep.
We have a message from the APHTK, and they invite everyone to come and try out sports equipment that they have that is adapted for all with the team. So if this interests you, you can meet them at the baseball field at 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. on Wednesday, June 18th. There will be a free barbecue from 11:30 to 1 as well for this event. And another piece of news from APHTK is their annual general meeting is going to be taking place Thursday, June 19th at 6 p.m. at 630 Chemin Kippawa. So if you'd like more information, you can call them at 819-627-6396 or email dir.aphtk@hotmail.com.
G. Teberge School is letting us know that they are offering now a before and after school program. Childcare is available from 7:15 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. If you would like to register your child for more info, please email aberry@wksb.qc.ca.
Perfect.
There we go.
So we have a nice long one here. It's the launch of the 2025 Waterway History Season.
Very interesting.
The Mémoire des Chemins d'Eau group has launched its tourist season at the Primalchute power station on May 21st. This marks the start of summer activities in the Temiskaming museums. Thanks to a partnership with the Temiskaming MRC, residents of the region can once again enjoy a 50% discount on admission to member museums in the network and a 25% discount on admission to the Opimikin National Park. A contest is also being held this summer, so by visiting 3 of the sites in the network, participants become eligible for a draw, offering a stay and a ready-to-camp camp at the Opimikin Park and a basket of regional products. Ooh. I always love local stuff. A summer canteen showcasing local products as well as a Saint Jean Baptiste celebration on June 23rd will involve comedy and music. The Temiskaming Train Station Museum features 2 exhibitions, workshops, monthly performances, and a podcast. The first exhibition traces the city's history from local archives, and the second one, entitled Living in the Hive, presents an artistic approach in collaboration with bees. Opimikin National Park is introducing a new hiking canoeing activity in the Kippawa River area and is continuing its guided excursions by Arabasca Canoe and Log Rowboat. At Fort Temiskaming, the season will be marked by cultural events including Indigenous Peoples Day on June 21st, Canada Day on July 1st, and other thematic workshops. All partner museums and sites will welcome the public until September. For detailed schedules and full programming, visitors are invited to consult the website and social media of each member site.
There we go. That's a long one too.
It
a large
is.
scale, yeah.
So, do you want me to read this one too?
Yeah. I know you will.
I know.
It's very interesting.
It is very interesting. So there has been a large-scale mobilization against the Chalk River Nuclear Waste Project. So on May 26th in Montreal, the Kerouac First Nations brought together a large coalition of Indigenous chiefs and Grand Chiefs, environmental groups, municipal office officials, and political representatives to call on the federal and Quebec governments to reject the proposed near-surface disposal facility in Chalk River, Ontario. Located less than a kilometer from the Ottawa River, this project is attracting growing opposition, particularly due to its environmental risks and lack of Indigenous consent. Organized in collaboration with Indigenous Climate Action, the rally included a panel of experts moderated by Chief Lance Hammond, Justin Roy, Verna Polson, and Roseanne Van Schie. In parallel with the legal proceedings, the Kebewak First Nation is urging the Quebec government to exercise its environmental and drinking water protection powers to formally oppose the project. The movement is enjoying growing support with more than 100 environmental organizations, civil society actors, municipalities, and RCMs have announced their intention to take political action in the coming months.
Wow. Recreational tourist shuttle to explore festivals. This is pretty interesting. This summer, public transportation will be available from May to September, thanks to the collaboration between the MRCT, the SCT, the RIFT, and the TAC. And the TAC is Transport Adapté et Collectif du Témiscamingue. The goal of this recreational tourism shuttle is to provide a transportation solution for those who don't have a vehicle or prefer not to drive, while supporting the environment and the local economy. Témiscamingue is a vast region with great distance between different locations.
It really
That's
is.
true.
Yeah.
On board, activities were offered, and Tiffany Obey, multicultural project officer at the Carrefour Jeunesse Emploi du Témiscamingue, has accompanied the participant through the afternoon.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So, did we get any more information on how people can?
I didn't see it, but I read a little something today, actually.
Yeah.
And I'll add it to my news. But that's
Perfect.
all I have for now.
All right. So
Yeah.
maybe if you're interested, contact the MRC, and they can put you in the right direction.
Now, we'll, I'll put,
Hopefully, we'll get more information with
yeah,
the
because it's
schedule or
new
something.
too.
Yeah,
It's very
so-
new. Yeah.
But that's still very cool. So we have a notice from the municipality of Kippawa.
Yes.
Citizens of Kippawa,
Yes.
who wants to organize the Saint Jean Baptiste Day? Does that interest you? If it does, the municipality of Kippawa wishes to entrust the organization of the Saint Jean celebration this year to motivated, creative citizens who are proud of their community. A budget has been set aside for the event, and all that's missing is a team to take the reins and bring J.R. Booth Park to life on June 24th. They need a small group of volunteers to plan activities such as music, games, and barbecues, coordinate logistics, decor, entertainment setup, and create a festive and welcoming atmosphere for everyone. The municipality is here to support and fund this project. So if you are interested, you can email them at kippawa@kippawa.ca or call them at 819-627-3500, extension 101. And they're asking if you are interested to contact them before June 12th. So hopefully they will get enough
because
volunteers.
that's coming quick there.
It's
in a few weeks.
Yeah. It's a short turnaround to mobilize that.
The public notice from the municipality of Kippawa. The municipality of Kippawa informs residents of Tea Lake area that the boil water advisory issued on May 23rd, 2025 has been lifted since June 3rd.
Wonderful.
Well,
Wait,
the question of the week.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
Well, I am a firm believer of spirits. So I had no issue with it, but it definitely could have been very controversial.
What was the question?
Do you believe in spirits? So Carol, do you believe in spirits?
Oh, yes. I believe it because I'm living it.
Yeah.
Without going in details. Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Been living it for a few months now.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yes. So, your name's on there, right?
Yes.
What did you write?
So, I'm 100%. Your spirit guides are always with you. Now, I will be honest. I was not a believer for most of my life. I did not grow up in a very spiritual household, and I had many, many doubts. And at the age of 13, I actually walked away from official. Pardon the sudden shake. It was the spirits and in the studio. But since my daughter passed away, it has opened my eyes to a lot more healing and spiritual modalities and whatever. And the one thing that I'm actually training on right now, we use our spirit guides an awful lot, and our spirit guides are always with us. And I also know that I have a spirit in my house who likes to slam imaginary doors.
There you go.
Yeah, because I swear I will be sitting in my office working and I will hear an upstairs door slam and I will go up and the doors are wide open.
Oh my God.
Yes. So there is definitely something in my house. I don't think it's malicious.
Oh God, no.
But I'm definitely working on finding out what that is. So yes, 100% I believe in spirits.
There we go. What we have a few.
We have like two pages.
We have 2 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go down the list on my page, like 100% of the answers are yes. And I like Dan's comment of yippers, just don't bother me. Which I think is great. But do you have anything other than yeses?
Well, I have Ali who said yes, and then Lori Moore spoke most definitely. And Louise Roux, yes, I believe our spirits never dies. And Giselle Langlois, big yes. Dallas Bellard Goulet, oui. So yes. And Nat André Labrosse, absolutely a yes.
Yeah. So my page is we, definitely yes, yep. So yeah, I think the consensus on our followers is spirits exist and spirits are always with us.
So we have to thank Stephanie for coming up with the question.
Yes. Yeah.
She was debating on putting it out there, but. Thank you, Steph, for putting it out there.
I think it's great. And, and what, like I said, that could have become really, really controversial, but I'm glad it didn't. So, and I'm glad to see that, we're not alone in believing about the spirits.
So thank you, everyone, for your comments and to participate in our question of the week. It was very interesting to read.
Yeah.
And it's fun when a lot of people participate.
It really is.
Yeah. It doesn't matter the answer. It's just the people that look at the hard work that Stephanie does to put that out there on YouTube, to have a little fun with some of those questions. So
I think
thank you, Stephanie, for your hard work. And thank you for the question of the week. She's behind the camera making some moves.
She's curtsying.
That's okay, Steph. We see you. So the thought of the week.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you want me to read it?
Sure. Sure. Go ahead.
Surrounding yourself with good people is like sowing seeds of positivity in the garden of your life. These people encourage you, support you, bring out the best in you. Their presence fills your days with laughter, warmth, and love. Embrace these connections, nurture them, and let them flourish. Together, you create a magnificent mosaic of experiences, memories, and shared moments that enrich your soul. Remember that your friends shape your world, so choose wisely and cherish those who brighten your life. You deserve to be surrounded by good people who appreciate you for who you are.
What do you think about that?
It's 100% true. And I read in one of my books, I forget, because I read a lot of non-fiction that has to do with some of them are like improvement of self-care, some of them are communication and stuff like that, not necessarily business but it's more on the self-care and whatnot side. And I remember reading somewhere that you are the sum of the 5 people you spend your most time with. So if, and this one did come from a business book, believe it or not. So the example they gave was, if you are a small business owner and you wanted to grow your business, well, if you're hanging out with people who are employees of a company, you're going to remain in the mindset of an employee. Whereas if you spent more time with business leaders or business mentors, then you're more likely to grow your business. So I think that's true in any situation. You know, if you surround yourself with people who are by default negative thinkers, then you will become a negative thinker. But it's the flip side too. If you hang out with people who can always find the good in any situation, then you will eventually be able to find the good in every situation too. So, you know, my circle of who I hang out with is very small, and it's intentional. It's intentional. So, yeah. You?
Same thing. And you know what? When you surround yourself with good people, it makes you happy.
Yeah.
And it gives you, it just gives you warmth. Like it's you can have a good day. And when you hang out with people that are negative, you know what? It doesn't take long
No.
that you would
At
become very, very negative. Like it's instant, you know? So
It's like a transfer of energy going from
100%.
them to you.
yeah.
I find.
Yeah, I can remember when I did work in a workplace setting, depending who was in certain meetings, they would end on positive notes or they would be a complete waste of time. And oftentimes it was one or two people in that meeting that made that deciding factor.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, there was certain people who I worked with who, like, if I knew they were coming into a meeting, I was prepared to waste an hour of my time because
Oh boy.
they were just, you know, very, very negative or very, certain people would be very defensive even in areas they didn't need to be defensive in.
Okay.
But then on the flip side, there were certain people who I'd see on the invite list. I'm like, yes, we are going to get so much done,
Yeah.
and you know, we're going to solve the problem or whatever it was, just because I knew that their energy that they were bringing in would just make us all
Yeah, that's true.
level up. So it's definitely true of who you spend time with shapes who you are. So
Thank you, Catherine.
oh,
I always like it. You always have something to say. No, it's true, and it's very informative.
well, thank you. I do, like, I read a lot of nonfiction as opposed to fiction. Don't get me wrong. I like my nonfiction. But I do try to make sure that I read 10 to 15 minutes of nonfiction a day or a chapter, depending on what book I'm reading. And it's just, you know, you can absorb so much in that time period. And if you make it a habit to read that 10 minutes a day, you'd be amazed how many books. Like, I've gone through, I think, 7 nonfiction books since February.
Oh my God.
So, well, some of them aren't big. Like, you know, most of them are 200 to 300 pages, but still, you know, when you read 10 minutes a day, you can blow through 20, 30 pages. So, and, you know, some days I read, like, there was one day I sat down and read half a book. I couldn't put it down. So, you know, but yeah, that's who I am. So we do have some exciting birthdays.
Yeah, June 6th. Yes, I added it for you.
June 6th. I want to wish my niece Tori down in Toronto. It is her sweet 16. So, you know, that's a big deal. So happy birthday, Tori. I hope your party is amazing.
On June 7th, we have no one. But happy birthday if it's your birthday.
Absolutely.
We just don't have it on our sheet.
Yeah. June 8th is Lucille Lessard and Heidi Lalonde. So happy birthday.
So, Madame Stephanie is going to be busy this weekend
yes.
planning the birthday party. Yes.
So fun.
June 9th, we have no one. Happy birthday if it is your birthday.
Yeah. Same with June 10th. If it's your birthday, happy birthday.
June 11th, Tina Tremblay.
June 12th is Richard Giannet.
So that brings us to the end already
Yes.
of our news.
Yeah, so thank you to our show sponsor, Tree of Life, Carol Wirtz, mental health worker. And I hope you and everyone else have an amazing week.
Yes. So bye-bye. Have a great week. Great
Yes.
weekend. Hopefully it's going to be sunny and,
Can it be a little bit warmer than the last
Yeah,
three?
yeah. I
'Cause
think it will.
The last three have been really cold.
We're June now. It's in you1.
Yeah, but granted, I did manage to sit outside almost all day Saturday, but I had, 4 layers plus a
Oh
coat
my
and a
God.
sweater, and I sat close to the fire. So
You're right. Saturday was cool.
Saturday was very cold.
Yes, I worked
So,
outside. Yes,
yeah.
you're right.
Yeah. So have a wonderful weekend. It's going to be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see
We
you next
believe.
week. Yep. We'll see you next week.
Thank you very much, everyone.